The secret dungeon where history was erased. Thousands of historical records vanish every century. But what if some of them weren't lost, but intentionally erased? In one forgotten dungeon, the past wasn't just hidden, it was rewritten. History is written by the victors, but sometimes it's erased by those afraid of the truth. In the shadows of an unmarked stone chamber, hidden beneath centuries of dust and silence, lies a place whispered about by scholars, feared by monarchs, and ignored by history books. A dungeon deep beneath a European stronghold, where evidence suggests prisoners were not just tortured. They were erased, their names, deeds, and legacies scrubbed from existence. But what secrets did they know? And who wanted them forgotten? Today, we descend into the depths of a hidden prison built to silence the past and uncover the dark truth behind the secret dungeon where history was erased. The idea that history can be erased isn't fiction. Entire empires have made people disappear. Ancient Egyptians literally chiseled enemies out of stone. The Soviet Union erased dissidents from photos and archives. Religious institutions buried rival texts and teachings. But unlike book burnings or political censorship, this dungeon represents physical erasure. It's located beneath a medieval fortress in Central Europe, not officially marked, rarely mentioned, and absent from most public tours. According to restricted archival records and whispered accounts, prisoners were detained without trial. Their identities were never recorded in official ledgers, and some were held for decades until they simply ceased to exist in history. Scholars who've investigated call it the Black Vault, though its true name remains unknown. Why was it built? What or who was meant to be forgotten inside? The dungeon itself was rediscovered by accident during renovations in the early 2000s. A false wall behind a wine cellar revealed a narrow stone staircase, descending into darkness. At the bottom, iron manacles embedded into the walls, scratch marks and etched names too faint to fully read. Decaying scroll fragments found hidden in the stonework. A locked chest containing a blank journal, a rusted key, and a torn page with only one word, Veritas, Latin for truth. Researchers believe the dungeon was used in the 16th and 17th centuries, possibly by a breakaway religious order, royal inquisitors, or secret intelligence agents tied to the crown. Several independent researchers, including former Vatican archivists, have proposed a chilling theory. The dungeon was used to detain and silence heretics, political threats, and anyone with knowledge dangerous to the dominant power structure. Some of the recovered carvings even include early references to banned books, disgraced royal bloodlines, and pre-Christian deities. Was this a prison? Or a ritual space for erasing history? The most compelling discovery came in 2017, when a fragment of parchment, carbon dated to the late 1500s, was translated. It read, "We were scholars, not traitors. We translated the book they feared. We told the truth, and for this, we vanish." The book they referenced. Some believe it was a lost gospel. Others say an early astronomical codex revealing ideas centuries ahead of their time. But the message was clear. Someone believed their knowledge was too dangerous to be known, and they paid the price. This moment shifted the perspective for many researchers. The dungeon wasn't just a prison. It was a black hole, a place where inconvenient truths went to die. And while the world moved on, these voices remained buried in silence, until now. History isn't always written in ink. Sometimes it's carved into stone, buried underground, or whispered in forgotten places. The secret dungeon reminds us that what we know is shaped by what we're allowed to remember, and that silence, too, can be a form of violence. By unearthing places like this, we challenge the notion of truth itself, and open the door to histories long denied. Because the past isn't just what survived. It's what was allowed to survive. What other places do you think were built to bury the truth? Let us know in the comments and check out our next video. Like, subscribe, and keep digging.